Chapter 825. While Elaine was suffering in the detention center, Alex received a phone call from Adam. As soon as the phone call was connected, Adam said, "Young master, Elaine has already been locked up in the detention center. I have also arranged for her to be placed in the same cell as the old lady of the Richard family and Olivia as per your wishes." Alex asked, "Have you already greeted the prison guard?" Adam replied, "Yes, I have already asked my subordinates to greet the person in charge of the detention center. No one will bother butting in or doing anything even when Elaine is getting tortured in the detention center." "Okay," Alex replied coldly, "I want her to suffer a little more inside." Adam hurriedly asked, "Young master, do you want me to arrange for a few people to go into the detention center to get rid of Elaine directly? This way, she would never be able to provoke you again." Alex hesitated for a moment before he said, "Don't worry. Let me see how things are going to develop first." In fact, Alex hoped that Elaine would disappear from this world completely so that she would not interfere with Emma and his life anymore. Moreover, he believed that Trump would also have no opinion about this matter. On the contrary, he would definitely feel much more relieved about the situation. However, Alex was not sure how Emma would react about this matter. Based on Alex's understanding, Emma was a very filial and affectionate woman. If her mother suddenly disappeared from this world, she would never be able to let go of her sudden disappearance. She would always be worried and thinking about her mother. Therefore, Alex decided to observe Emma's reaction first. In order not to arouse Emma's suspicion, when Alex went to the supermarket in the afternoon to buy some groceries for dinner that night, he intentionally bought some of Elaine's favorite food. However, he knew very well that Elaine would not have the opportunity to taste it. Brabus led the group of inmates as they continued beating Elaine up until she was half dead. When Brabus saw that Elaine had already been beaten up until her head was as swollen as a pig's head, she let her go temporarily, threatening her, "Let me give you a warning. Don't you dare speak any nonsense when the prison guard comes by later. Otherwise, we are going to teach you a lesson for being a tattletale. Do you understand me?" Elaine dared not say no at a time like this. Therefore, she nodded hurriedly and said, I know. I will not say anything at all." In fact, Elaine was secretly thinking to herself at this time. As soon as the prison guards came by later, she would immediately call for help and expose what all these bitches had done to her. After all, Elaine recalled hearing that if a prisoner incited a fight in the cell, they would be given additional punishment for their crime. Alex started cooking and preparing dinner as soon as he reached home. At this time, it was also time for dinner at the detention center. After all, the timing for everything in the detention center had already been set, and they were all extremely disciplined. Therefore, they had to go to bed early, get up early, and have an early dinner at night. When the prison guard came to the cell where Elaine was located, she was huddled up in the corner after getting beaten up by the other inmates. She did not even have the strength to sit up at all. She was feeling very helpless and miserable at this moment. The prison guard opened the cell door as he said lightly, "It's time for dinner. Send some people from your cell." As soon as he spoke, Elaine, who had bruises and wounds all over her body, crawled over to the prison guard as she cried out, "Prison guard! Help me! Please help me! They beat me up. All of them are trying to kill me. You have to punish them severely." The prison guard frowned as he looked at her. After that, he remembered the briefing and instructions he had received from his superior. Therefore, he completely disregarded Elaine as he continued speaking to Brabus and the rest of the inmates. "Send 2 people from your cell to come and collect your food." Brabus had been a little worried when she heard Elaine complaining to the prison guard. She was afraid that she would be detained and punished for her actions. However, she did not expect the prison guard to ignore Elaine's cry for help. She sighed in relief as she instructed the 2 women beside her, "Both of you can go and get the food." "Okay." The 2 women hurriedly stood up as they walked toward the prison guard. The prison guard said, "Follow me." After he was done speaking, Elaine grabbed hold of his legs before she said, "Please help me. Please put me in another different cell or they are really going to kill me."